Hello, Leo. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your March 2020 tarot check for all Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So if that's you, you're in the right spot. Thank you to all of you who have been subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing my videos. I really appreciate that. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified when new videos are posted. And that's usually about every week. So I do try to give you a weekly, a mid-month, and a monthly reading, and sometimes a bonus. So this has been really fun to co-create with all of you, and I'm looking forward to doing it again right now. So here we go. This is for Leo, March 2020, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Now remember that time is fluid. So if I get a time prediction, I'll give that to you. It may not be contained within March, though. Then at the end of the reading, I am going to give you a Money and the Law of Attraction card from Abraham Hicks. Now, do know that they're really a nice general Law of Attraction card, but if you're specifically curious about money, they give a nice overall guidance in that arena, too. So here is the current position. Your current position is the Emperor, and the surrounding influences is the Magician, so very powerful. In the more distant past, you do have the Nine of Wands. In the more recent past, the Five of Cups. Coming towards you is the Six of Cups. You are the Knight of Cups. You've got the Eight of Wands as the people around you. The Page of Pentacles are your hopes and fears. The outcome is the Ten of Swords. And I'm just going to do two cards from the bottom of the deck. The Four of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So very interesting. So your current position and the immediate influences are great power, okay? So you're the Emperor, this is Aries, but it's crossed by the Magician, which is the most powerful Law of Attraction card in the deck. This is a master manifester. So if that's you and you're interested in bringing something towards you, now is the time to really guide your thinking. Reach for better feeling thoughts if you need to. So if you are having bouts of frustration or disappointment or anger in any way, you want to stop those immediately, because when you start to feel that way, that's your vibrational indicator. We're all vibrational and we all have a frequency, and it can be measured. I think everyone knows that by this point. In fact, Harvard's doing research right now on measuring brain waves where they can actually predict what the participants are thinking about. So they can actually tell them it was this object you were thinking about. The computer could actually measure that. So anyway, so frequency is definitely a real thing. And so for you, you want to raise your frequency in order to bring in the things that you want. The highest vibrational frequency is love, bar none. But money is also on a very fast frequency. So if you've had, and it looks like you have, had some trials and tribulations here in the past, part of that can be getting mired down into those lower vibrational frequencies, and then you keep attracting more and more and more of it. So you go, what the hell? I don't want this. I didn't ask for this. Well, yes, you did. And I know that's hard to hear sometimes, but once you learn how to manage it, you will manifest things like you wouldn't believe. I do it all the time. I mean, just today, $20 showed up, and it was, I mean, that's not a lot of money, but it was a donation that I wasn't expecting towards something else that wasn't specifically for me, but it's something I'm overseeing. And it's always nice to get those things. So no matter what the money is, I always say thank you. And today, too, I look for synchronicities, or I notice them. I don't really go out looking for them, but I definitely notice them. And I got to my car, which had 14,777 miles on it this morning. Then as I was driving, it at some point became 765, and so it's or maybe it was the other way around, but anyway, it again, things just seem to line up, number synchronicities and things. And when I know that I'm doing that, it kind of makes me chuckle, because I feel like it's the universe guiding me. So the Magician has every element represented. The Magician has all the tools, the wands, the cups, the pentacles, and the sword. So when you have this, know that you're going forward and you have every single thing that you need. Go forward confidently and in the direction, keep your thoughts fixed on the direction that you want to allow. So we have to kind of move towards things, not away from them, is what this is telling you. So I think I mentioned all the elements are represented here. Now, this was a path that you were on, and it ended in a very painful way. You may have felt like you were betrayed by someone, and I actually, in this reading, I'm feeling like it was a friend who may have betrayed you more so than a love interest. You do have love here, by the way, that's coming up, but it's unrelated. It's like these past painful experiences are not the person that you're bringing back in. I actually think these are related to someone else, and you do have a reconciliation coming up, but it's not with whoever did this. So if you're thinking, oh, great reconciliation, I don't want them back, they're not coming back around. But it has changed you to some extent, and know that every experience is to benefit you. So it's always for your higher good in order to have your soul ascend. Some of us are brought here to be teachers, healers, uplifters. In fact, I think all of us are to some extent. But those of us that are to a greater degree are not learning as many lessons. Our soul has completed more lessons, and so our next purpose is to be here to help other souls ascend, and that is what resonates with me. I have many of the signs that I'm put here to be a teacher, healer, and uplifter, and that's what I've done my entire career. So for you, this was all about ascending and expanding and going to that next level. I do think that you were double-crossed for sure. And after a while, it's like you were just kind of like this wounded warrior here in the Nine of Wands. So you got to the point where you didn't want to continue to take action. You were, done fighting. You were giving up the fight and really resonating with, I'd rather be happy than be right. I'm done right fighting with this person. It's never going to, we are not going to align. We just are not. And it got to be too painful. So this is a 9, so this is close to the conclusion of a cycle. But what I do see happened just after that was there was a period of sadness. There was a period, and this is a 5, so it's a change with the 5 of Cups. There was a period of just almost looking back and going, how did that happen? Where did that come from? But what I will tell you is when those things happen, the next time you'll see it coming. You'll be more prepared and more aware and more trusting of your own internal guidance, so that when someone seems like they may not be trustworthy, you will step in the other direction. So you do have an energy coming forward towards you, which is the 6 of Cups, and this is about reconciliation. So you do have somebody who's interested, who stayed away. They've kept their distance for a while because they knew you were going through some things and just wanted to give you space and time to heal, which you have done that. And this person may be from a long time ago, even like 10 years ago, and they have been in relationships, you've been in relationships, but they've always kind of pined for you, Leo. And this is like a nostalgic card, okay? So it's like a sentimental longing when you see this card. It is a happy card, so it's a positive card to have in a reading, but do know that the person who could be coming back around here is someone that, like I said, like you've known, but somebody who thinks a lot of you. This can also be a soulmate card, so it's possible if you were involved with them a long time ago, you were not ready. You just needed to have more expansion. Both of you did. So it's, can be kind of a flirtatious card too. So I think whoever comes in, they want to go out and have fun with you. They don't want to be super serious in terms of rehashing every painful event that's happened to the two of you in this amount of time. They want to bring some levity and fun and maturity, though, too, with it. So this represents you, this Knight of Cups, and I think you're going to be open to the offer for sure. You are going to be receiving an offer, and you're going to, you are going to be open to it. It's just that there's sort of some ambivalence there that you're going to have to tune away from. And your own vibration, your own mindset needs to shift a little bit, because not everybody in the world is brought in to teach you a painful lesson. many of them are brought in to be our co-creators. And wouldn't that be fun to find somebody who's your equal, who knows who they are and wants to co-create, and you could go out and have just a spectacular time. They are going to be bringing communication with this Eight of Wands. And it's going to be very clear. You know, it's an exciting time for sure. And it's just a time to kind of brace for some change from whatever was painful in the past. That's definitely behind you. Those cycles have concluded. And it's also, too, like a time of possibly having some kind of a new idea at work that's going to go really well. Or maybe even around your finances that will create more money and will kind of shore up some bills so that you don't have a lot of little things going out. Sometimes we start to do that and don't realize how many little things is adding up to a lot. So with this, again, though, with this Eight of Wands, you've got a lot of momentum coming towards you. It's like you go from this past crap right into speed and momentum. So you definitely have an offer because you also have the Page of Pentacles here. And this, again, where I feel like money is going to be really solid for you in March. You also have a love interest coming through. And so for you, you know, the advice with this is always to, you know, be honest, be upfront, but also to know who you are and know that you are worth it. Okay, so this is also about, like I said, shoring up money before. You're going to continue on that path where you're going to be a little bit careful with money. But it's not going to be tight. Like, it's not like you don't have enough of it. But this comes with a bit of luck, too. So if you have a chance to go out to a casino or something like that, March would be a good time to do that. Maybe you have a St. Patrick's Day, you know, somewhere there's a raffle. You buy 10 tickets, and you're the one that wins the 50-50 raffle. It's definitely something like that. Because you also have, he brings a bit of luck, but so does this Wheel of Fortune card. And that's a 10, that's a completion of a cycle. So like I said, if you've been down and out and having a hard time, that cycle has concluded. Now, for this outcome, you've got this 10 of Wands here too, which is more of a burdensome kind of an energy, right? This is all about carrying the weight of the world. But I do think for you, that burden is ultimately going to be culminating in success. So things that you've been doing at work have been noticed, and it's time for you to lighten the load. They see that, and they know that you need to put down some of those wands. It's way too much for one person to be doing all at once. And I also think this new person coming in is like somebody that wants to put you up on a pedestal, and that hasn't happened for a while. Enjoy it, okay? It's not going to be ego inflating. It's almost like a time where you can relax and just kind of kick back. So the Wheel of Fortune is truly a time for fortune, and it's a time for manifestation, and it's just knowing what to hold on to and what to let go of. And really letting go should be our natural inclination, because holding on to anything is like holding on to the wind. But either way, you have a good luck charm with the Page of Pentacles and also with the Wheel of Fortune. Now you bring in this, and again, this is the Miser of the Tarot. I think this has to do more with your finances. And this person coming in is financially very stable. So you do not have to worry about getting into a position where maybe you're going out a lot, but it's costing a lot of money on your end. They're also very creative. So I think there will be times where they will, you know, arrange for dates and things that are, you know, they're not expensive, but they're really fun things to go out and do. So I just think you are about to embark on, I would say, a 6-month journey where it just begins with great speed, momentum, and then leads into a lot of stability. I definitely think you could have a long-term relationship for sure. This is not going to be something that's in and out or on again, off again. You have great luck, though, coming towards you. So here is your Law of Attraction card from Abraham Hicks. The Law of Attraction adds power to both problems and solutions. The realization that something is not as you want it to be is an important first step, but once you have identified that, the faster you are able to turn your attention in the direction of a solution, the better, because the continuing exploration of the problem will prevent you from finding the solution. The problem is a different vibrational frequency from the solution, and all thoughts or vibrations are affected by or managed by the law of attraction. So you get what you think about, okay? Thoughts do become things. So that's where we talk about this a lot, because once you learn how to master this, your life will be so easy and clear. You probably won't watch tarot anymore, and that's okay. I would rather have somebody come back to my channel and say, I stopped watching this 6 months ago because I finally understood how all this law of attraction and vibration stuff works. And I realized I'm behind the wheel. I'm creating this. In fact, you've attracted this video. So I love you so much, Leo, and I hope you have a great month ahead. You are sure to. And I will see you again for a weekly and then a mid-month reading.